Ọ na-eme akwa ike ntị ndị mmụọ nọfọ agụpụ ụzọ agụpụ ọnụ akụ aka ege ntị ọnụ na-ekwu ekwu ọ na-eri eri. I want to greet everyone, both the Igbos and non-Igbos alike, who are listeners of my teachings. I say welcome. Yeah, today we are still on the Chi in Odinala teaching series, and this is the part 3 of it. The person that you are hearing his voice remains your brother, comrade Korim Chidebere Okereke Amurumboseke Ikenga Akarugochi Udewendinso Anebungu Ngwajeda. And today's topic is the importance of knowing your ONYE-UWA. Your ONYE-UWA in this. I believe if you are following our series, you must have known who is ONYE-UWA. ONYE-UWA is the person of your reincarnation. So let's move ahead. We also insert our disclaimer. This is our disclaimer. You can read it so that we don't waste time on it. If it is not if it doesn't suit your personality or your belief or what you want to learn, you may as well as abandon this learning. But if it suits you, you continue with us. Let's go there. Yeah, previously we brought to you the origin of your chi. The origin of your chi. If you have not listened to that particular teaching, you may like to go and listen to it before you continue with this particular teaching. You will go to our YouTube channel. You will be able to see that teaching on our YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. If you go there, you subscribe as well as enabling the notification bell. You can also follow us on Facebook and click follow to follow us. Click like to our messages to get us on Facebook. You can go and search for Odinala Global Outreach. There you'll also like our listing and follow us on Twitter also. So today's topic is the importance of knowing your ONYE-UWA. The importance of knowing your ONYE-UWA. Yabo uru obara imata ONYE-UWA gi. It is a well-known fact that solving a problem, the best approach to solving a problem is getting to its root. Getting to its root will help you have a clear understanding of the problem. And also having a clear understanding of the problem will also help you to get to the solution of the problem. So also, the life of any tree depends on its taproot. As you can see here, this is a tree, and also we use it as a family tree. This is a family tree, which taproot is your origin, where you are coming from. You can see from generation to generation. Okay, so knowing the source of your chi is as the same thing as knowing your taproot, and it is very, very important because it will lead to very easy step towards understanding yourself, understanding your circumstances, as well as understanding your destiny and understanding the challenges, your fortune and your misfortunes. Everything about you, when you know your chi and know the source of your chi, very, very important. That is your ONYE-UWA. Then you can be able to solve some problem that was confusing to you ab initio. So this singular act of knowing your ONYE-UWA has helped our ancestors in the past in solving numerous human problems, both the simple ones and the complex one, even the mysterious ones. Okay, so they do this through a process called IGBO. IGBO or Afachi is a kind of definitively identifying your ONYE-UWA. If you are not an Igbo following me in this teaching, by now you must have known who is your ONYE-UWA. ONYE-UWA is the person of your reincarnation, that person that lived and released the energy that came to reside in you now. That is your ONYE-UWA. Okay, and release that your chi that is in you now. Your chi is your energy, is your spirit. That person that lived before and released the spirit is your ONYE-UWA. So our ancestors know a way of you go to Afa to consult to know who is this person that has come to my house. Okay, they do this through Afa, and this is a kind of an Afa consultation, outfit or instrument. Okay, so where the Afa was done correctly, it had helped to reduce child mortality, solve unexplainable sicknesses and misfortunes. It have solved or averted death and other mysterious problems. However, where it was not done properly or accurately, it can lead to child mortality, unexplainable sicknesses and misfortune and death. So in the course of this teaching, I will bring to you about 5 instances, 5 different cases where identification of ONYE-UWA had helped to solve mysterious health challenges, prevent child mortality and averted disabilities. So one of the reasons for untimely death in this our current time now, you will see somebody at age of 30, youth at age of 30 are dying, 20 are dying, even 10, 15. Now, the life expectancy of a man is 55, and for women, it is 45. Whereas it was not so in the time of our ancestors. Something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. So one of the reasons, I'm not saying all of the reasons, one of the reasons is not identifying your ONYE-UWA. So one of the reasons for also confusion in life is also not identifying the ONYE-UWA. That is another aspect of this teaching that we are going to come into it in details later. ONYE-UWA is a kind of a promise that the person that lived before and released the energy that is in you or released the spirit that is in you, there is promises he made or statements that he asserted, his assertions that he's going to do when he comes to the life again. So if you come to this life and you don't know all these things, it is part of confusion in life. So let me go straight to the verifiable cases where identification of ONYE-UWA helped to solve the life-threatening health issues. The number one of them is my own blood sister. I will not mention her name because I have not, I didn't sought her permission, so I will not mention her name. But I am promising you that I am going to do a special documentary on all the cases I am going to cite here today. I'm going to do special documentary where I will engage the people and they will use their mouth and tell you their experiences. So what happened to my sister? My sister was born, or let me say, my mother was pregnant during the time her own mother died. She went to the burial and ate food that was prepared for the burial. In Igbo land, in the time past, when elders are at home, so that the goats will not deliver while on the rope. Not these days that we no longer have elders. Elder is not a person with gray hair. Elder is a person that know what elder is supposed to know. So most of the people we have today are a slave, empty vessels. In Igbo land today, we have a lot of empty vessels that doesn't know anything about our originality and our existence. So she was not told that she is not supposed to eat in that burial, and she went and ate and enjoyed herself. And when she came back to her base, the child in her womb died. So she conceived again and gave birth to this my sister I'm talking about now. When she was giving birth to, mysterious sickness came in. She started having boils all over her body, both her nose here, her head, and all over her body. And they have taken her to different hospitals, different injections, different herbal homes, and different house of prayers. Nothing was, no solution. So one day, an elderly man saw my mom with this child and advised my mom to go to her own village and find out what is happening to this child. But let me tell you, previous to that time, and Afa was done to know. My grandfather used to do that in those days. My grandfather has gone to Afa, and Afa that he went to was not the one he normally goes to before. And the person said that the personal reincarnation just give a wrong person. So that sickness continued. So now she was advised to go to her own village to do a consultation. She now went to her own maternal home and met the elderly man there, who is also an Ezemo to the my mom is from Agolo. Ezemo to the deity called Haba. So the man now took her to a diviner, who now told her the problem, that the person you are carrying is your mother. That she said that you ate food while carrying her. She was the one carrying the time she died, and you ate food, and the child died. And she says she's going to come back, but when she come back, she will let you know. And this sickness is her own way of letting you know. So what happened? The sickness that has taken a lot of money, the solution was simple. The native doctor went by the side of his house, get this what do you call it, palm kernel, the one that is about to germinate. When you break it, there is this thing inside that look like foam. Brought it and mixed it with our native chalk and gave to her to be rubbing on those points where the wounds were. Then he now instructed the family that they should kill goats in the name of that woman, that's her mother, and ate in Saraka form. And they did it. According to my mom, she got to her base and just applied the thing for just 2 days. The whole sores and those pus, all of them collapsed, and that was the healing till today. Today, my sister is a grown-up woman and enjoying her life. So that was that. Then another case was that of one of my brother from my community, also named with head until I get consent. Now his own was that he was born and he could not stand up to walk for more than 2 years. Then later they consulted a native doctor, a diviner, who came to say that the cause of the problem was the person that he reincarnated as his ONYE-UWA. In his own days, what caused his death was that he was angry. His wife made him to be angry one night. He left their main house and went and stayed in the an abandoned house that is almost about to collapse. Then it rained that night and the house collapsed and broke his leg. And within that time of treating the leg, the man died. So nobody knew that the man has vowed that unless her wife will come to plead that he is not going to work, even if he comes to back to life again. Now, this child was born, and he was the one that reincarnated this man. He could not work for more than 2 years of his life. Then, what was the solution? The solution was that they're going to get like 5 different small girls of his age. He will point one of them and say, "This is my wife." Immediately he will do that. That child will be compelled to apologize to him, say, "My husband, I am sorry. Stand up and walk." And lo and behold, that was done. Immediately, he stood up and started walking and started running around with other children. This is one of the cases. Then another case is the case of a lady I know. She is from Ebonyi State. Also name withheld because consent not seek. I also promised to get a documentary of her at appropriate time. So this lady told me by herself, when she was born, she did not also walk. A lot of sicknesses was befalling her, and within her leg was coming out this kind of a fish scale. So though her father was a native doctor, it was mysterious. So her father has tried on him by himself to find out the reason this is happening to his child. But sometimes doctors doesn't heal themselves. So what the father did was to engage 6 different women to go to 6 different native doctors from 6 different villages. At the same time, give them money. And in those days in Igbo land, any problem, when somebody is having a problem, it is a community problem. It's everybody's problem. So that problem, the people saw it as their own problem. Not now that they have used religion to sow the seed of discord and seed of selfishness in us. So that even if your brother is dying, because he's not going to the same church with you, the next thing is that is his sin. He will be going. The only preaching you can do to him is, "Come to our church. When our pastor pray to you, you are going to get healed." And then if the person doesn't come to your church, he is an enemy. You abandon your brother or sister. So those days we were doing things in common. So now they went and came back with the same single message. The first one came and said the message that the case is from the ONYE-UWA. ONYE-UWA is your mother, and your mother said that he suffered in her previous life in the hands of her husband, that she has came to stay with you and not getting married. Then all the 6 of them came and said the same thing. So immediately the father pronounced her, "Oh, name, my mother." Call her name. She stood up and walked. All those scales like fish on her leg disappeared. She says she's coming to stay with her father and do the work, so that because the father, that's the son, took care of her when she was alive, as she said, she has come so that the son will continue taking care of her in this life. You understand? So that she is going to do the work her father, that's her son, or now her father is doing, because the man I'm telling you is still alive. The lady or the child then is still alive. It's not a lady, is married now, and she is doing the native daughter work that her father is also doing. Then coming to the aspect of marriage that she would not marry. This lady, as you know, as she was growing up, she now turned and became start going to church and all that, go to school and go to church, and then where they told her that everything all old things has passed away and everything has become new. And she believed that knowing that Akaraka the destiny cannot be cleaned, and IGBO stands. So now, what was done? The first person came for her hand in marriage. Mysteriously, the person died. Second person came for her hand in marriage. Mysteriously, the person died. She became disenchanted. It was now that she went and told her father that, see what I'm experiencing. Now, the father told her the story of her life. That made her to calm down and start to put eye in the calling of her life. Start to practice with her father. Then, as it is today, things has been sorted out and she is married and nothing is happening to her, and the husband is still alive, because the ONYE-UWA because her ONYE-UWA was known, and the ONYE-UWA also known, and that helped to solve the problem. And this issue is also causing a lot of problem in our society today. Then they will term the lady Amusu, or they will term her witch, without knowing what is causing the problem. So these are the ways our forefathers have used to solve mysterious problems. The fourth case